Hello, FPC Salinas. This is Pastor John coming to you with another edition of the Midweek Refresher video, where I desire to do two things. The first thing is this: provide you information. And the second thing is this: provide you inspiration in the middle of your week. Certainly hope your week is going well, and if not, may this video serve as a source of encouragement as well as a reminder that our God is with us, that He takes care of us, that He will see us through whatever comes our way. So only a few announcements for you, and they're around the corner, right? They're not right in our face, but they're coming up, and I want to alert you to them. The first is this, is that on July 14th, the women are going to have a crafts and game night. And so you'll get some more details about the time and all of that, but it'll happen here at the church on July 14th. So I just simply want you ladies to put that evening, mark that down on your calendars. That'll be great. On July 15th, we will have a hymn sing here at the church, and those have always been a wonderful experience for all of us to enjoy singing some old hymns, but also learning more about the people that wrote those hymns, and it's a great time of fellowship. So that's July 15th. Then on July 19th, we get to go back to Closer Walk, and so we can look forward to that. It'll be a wonderful time doing that very thing, all right? And I forgot one other thing. Men, we have another one of our Mighty Men's Ministry meetings on July 8th. So we'll meet here at the church, goes from 6 to 7:30, and we look forward to that as well. So there are four things coming up here in the next couple of weeks, and we look forward to that and hope you will participate in them as you see fit. Other than that, I simply encourage you to take some time off, and that's what we're giving our children's ministry volunteers on Sunday mornings. One of the things that we know to be true here is that this church, one of the core values here is servanthood, and we have a number of people who serve in so many different ways, and specifically in our children's ministry, and they do a fantastic job. Well, throughout the month of July, we're not going to have any children's ministry going on Sunday mornings during the worship service. We will still have the Wigglers, which is preschool age children. They'll still be meeting, but the rest, they'll be in the worship service with us, celebrating and worshiping with us in the service. We'll have some activities for them to do. We can look forward to that there, all right? So if you have questions about anything that you just heard, feel free to email us, info@fbcsalinas.com, and we will get those questions answered. So this last Sunday, I was out of town. I was back in Scottsdale seeing my grandchildren and their parents, which is my daughter and son-in-law. But hanging out with them, I was once again reminded that children have quite a perspective on looking at life. And as I flew back with our two oldest grandchildren earlier this week, it was interesting to see what happened with Gabrielle, our oldest grandchild, and the person sitting behind us on the plane. Gabriella just struck up conversation. She looked over the chair and simply started talking to the person behind us. Sat there thinking, I wonder where she's seen that happen before. And what happened was this: it was really cool, the encounter, the engagement between Gabrielle and this 20-something-year-old young lady who it was very gracious the way she dealt with Gabrielle. And Gabriella looked at her and said, "Why do you have so many earrings?" And then she just proceeded to ask her all these different questions. But I got to tell you, I would have I would never have asked, and Gabriella learned her name, that her name was Serena. I would have never asked Serena, "Why do you have so many earrings?" But Gabriella did. And then she just kept asking all these other questions. And I sat there going, there's no way I could do that. But it's the beauty of being a child. It's the beauty of being a child and saying, you know what? I want to learn information. I want to know things more. And the other beautiful thing is that sheer engagement provided entertainment for everybody sitting in that area. Because I don't know if you know this or not about my oldest granddaughter, she can be a little bit loud, but it was hilarious. And it brought to mind one of my favorite passages in the gospel. It's in Matthew chapter 19, Picking it up at verse 13. Then children were brought to Jesus that he might lay hands on them and pray. The disciples rebuked the people, but Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them. For to such belongs the kingdom of heaven." And Jesus laid his hands on them and went away. Jesus calls us to have a childlike faith, where we acknowledge that we don't know everything and we need to know more, and we want to gain more and more understanding of things, right? And so often what happens as we get older is we think that it's not okay to ask questions anymore. It's not okay to admit that maybe we don't know as much as we thought we knew. I don't know when that happens, but it happens in all of our lives. And Jesus says, unless you become like one of these, a little child. It's my prayer as we continue walking with Jesus that we would have a childlike faith, that we would have a childlike wonder where we ask questions, where we engage, and where even if we're in a classroom setting, whether it be a spiritual formation class, a Bible study, we're at doing Closer Walk, we're helping in children's ministry or student ministry or adult ministry, or we're helping with the tech, we're helping wherever, that we not be afraid to ask questions. That we would ask questions and desire to know things better. And then we would also not be afraid to ask questions of Jesus. Say, Jesus, what are you saying to me here? Jesus, what about this situation that I'm in right now at work that I don't know what to do? I know I just feel uneasy. What are you calling me to do? We need to have childlike faith, folks. We need to admit we don't have all the answers, and there's only one answer, and his name is Jesus Christ. So I encourage you this week, ask questions, be curious, and enjoy getting to know Jesus all the better as you spend time in his word and as you reflect on him and his grace. God bless you. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the week. And hey, by the way, Gabrielle and Cecilia look forward to seeing you on Sunday morning at worship. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.